Yes.
We go down together.
Yeah.
All right, Pirate fans and surrounding areas, welcome to what we call Wednesday Pirate Podcast, but it is Thursday, and this is our Lady Pirates, Rockport-Fulton Lady Pirates. It's our soccer podcast, and this year we came on Thursdays instead of Wednesdays because Coach Rasbeary already had something going on Wednesdays. He couldn't commit to Wednesdays, but Thursday worked better for him. So this is the only podcast for Rockport that we do on Thursday. So we're going to talk a little bit of our Lady Pirates, our soccer program. First thing, I want to congratulate Coach Rasbeary and the Lady Pirates as they will be in the playoffs. This win against Kingsville got us in. We win and we're in, and we won, and we'll get Coach's thoughts and we'll recap that game. So congratulations, Coach. And the ladies on getting back to the playoffs. The Lady Pirates had a good run last year, all the way going to the third round and meeting up with Cal Allen. So we're hoping that we'll get another shot at the third round, and we'll see if it'll be Cal Allen or someone else. But we're definitely going to extend the season. So we're happy about that. And we'll talk a little bit about the team and the season and what the girls, how excited they are about getting to the post season. And on the screen, we have two of our varsity players. Number, I believe, is 21, sophomore Lauren Holden. Lauren, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Lauren's been on the podcast before. I call you, we talk a lot about you even when you're not here, because I think you've gotten better. Obviously, when the season started, I didn't know much about you, and Coach was sending me stats, and your name was always up there. You were scoring goals, and I was like, "Who is Lauren?" So finally, we had you on. But I think you've had a great sophomore season, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what the next 2 years are going to hold for you and the Lady Pirates. And then next to her is junior, number 22, Kara Hill. Kara, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing great, and it's Kara's first time, so welcome to the podcast. We have a lot of fun here, so hope you ladies aren't nervous, because it's a lot of fun talking about the Lady Pirates and, of course, your program and all that. So, Kara, I'll start off with you here since it's your first time. So what we do here is we kind of like to introduce you to the community and the surrounding areas. And so to get to know a little bit about you, do you play any other sports for Rockport-Fulton outside of soccer?
No, sir. Just soccer.
Oh, soccer. All right. So at what age were you when you first kicked the soccer ball?
Actually, me and Lauren played in around the same teams when we were really young, but I started actually getting into it my freshman year when one of my friends, she wanted me to play with her, so she convinced me to go to tryouts. And
so it was the friend that really got you, or who was it? Because your mom, I know your mom, because your mom graduated. She's a little older than I was in Rockport, but I don't remember. Did she play soccer for Rockport?
No, sir.
Okay. I couldn't remember. Okay. So you and Lauren, and then you just, when you became a freshman, you said, "Hey, I really want to play this. This is all I want to play." So it was as a ninth grader that you really got into soccer?
Yes, I used to play volleyball a little bit, but soccer became my main priority.
Oh, good, good. Well, I'll tell you, when I was a kid out at Memorial Park back in the good old days, I say we used to play out there on Saturdays, and I was about average. I wasn't great. I wasn't bad. So I'll just say I was about average, but I really liked it. It was a lot of fun. Then when we got over into junior high and high school, I just had a little more talent in basketball, and I stuck with that. But I've always loved soccer. I know here in Rockport, it's been around at the school since I was there. So we've been around for quite some time. And so you girls now, Kara, last year, let's go back to last year, because you were on the team last year. I believe I saw your name as well, right? So
Yes.
as a sophomore, man, you guys really opened up a lot of eyes, right? At the beginning, you guys played a tournament, won some games at the tournament. So I remember myself thinking, hey, man, these girls won a tournament. Maybe we got to pay a little bit more attention to what they're going to do. this year. You guys did great, got into the playoffs as the fourth place team, but you guys played better than what most people would think. You guys got all the way to the third round and played Cal Allen here. And had a great season. This year, you guys come back in. The expectations this year for you guys now, Carol, are really high. People are expecting you guys to repeat again. Did you guys feel any pressure when the season started to have to feel like you guys had to repeat? Did you feel like, man, this year we got to do it again? Did you guys have that feeling coming into the season?
Yes, sir.
And what was that like for you? Is that something that you guys were talking? Were you talking with your teammates about that? Was that something y'all were discussing, or was that just something that you knew was there, but really weren't paying attention to?
We definitely all kind of had the same idea just because we lost a few like really good seniors. So we definitely wanted to live up to what they left behind and we wanted to continue it.
So now you guys come into the season and you guys are playing, and then you guys hit some adversity, right? You guys lose for you because I think you play in that mid back area and you lose your captain out there, which I thought was a huge loss for the team. If you don't mind talking a little bit about that for you girls, when you lost that captain, what was it like for you and your teammates? What was that talk about? What were y'all feeling because when you lose the captain, obviously that's a big loss. What was that like for you and your girls on that back end of that defense when your captain went down?
That was definitely probably the hardest part of the season just because in my position, Katie is the one person that like talks to me the most and she tells me where I'm supposed to be, where I'm supposed to go, what's kind of going on and like what I really need to do. So I depended on her a lot and losing her was really hard to adjust to, but we've gotten used to it and I think we've back in our groove, but we definitely miss her a lot, or I do really.
Absolutely. No, I think the whole team does. I think coach does. Everybody does. The one thing I told coach when I first saw her play was she just seemed so her IQ for soccer was just so high. Just some of the things I did. It seemed like she was always one step ahead of the other players. Like she knew exactly ball's coming this way. I know where I'm going to go before the ball actually gets there, and she does it. So I was really impressed with just the way she played the game. So now you guys have to adjust. And coach said that it was probably gonna take a couple of games to get used to playing without. Because I said that she was like the quarterback for the defense. But now, what was the feeling like? You guys, just take me back to Kingsville. You guys know, or did you guys know if we win, we're in? Did you know that, Kara?
Yeah. We had a pretty good idea of it, yes, sir.
So, what was that talk like? Were y'all putting a lot into that, or were y'all just trying to just another district game? Let's go out and play, or was there more like talk about, hey, look, we got to win because if we don't win, then we've got to go beat that Cal Allen team that we haven't been able to do. Was there any talk about that?
Yes, sir. We definitely put a lot of pressure on ourselves.
So you come out and you get the win. How excited were you when you found out we're going to the postseason?
Very. Yes.
And talk to us a little bit about senior night. I wasn't there this time. Last year we were there, man. They really went out for those seniors. It was something that I had never seen before. I thought, first of all, I think the parents, your parents, the soccer parents, they're very passionate, right? Like they go out there, they'll let those refs know what's going on. I don't think I've never heard any profanity, but I'm in the press box, but they definitely yell and they let them know when they don't like a call, which I think it's great. But the one thing I've seen from the parents of this team is they all just get together and do what they need to. Last year's seniors really got a good farewell. I mean, it was really nice. What was it like this year? Was it the same as last year?
Yes, it was. And I kind of felt a lot more attached to these seniors because I played with them for longer. So it was definitely harder to see that.
So you need to tell next year you're the senior, right? So Coach Rasbeary better have big plans for the seniors next year. He's got two good ones. He's gonna have to make it better next year for Kara and those seniors that are gonna be leaving. Lauren, for you, like I said, I think you're good. I don't know if you know how good you are, but I think you're good. I talk about you a lot because that's our job here, right? Is to promote the Lady Pirates, and we see Coach sends me the stats. I think you're having a great season. Do you think you're having a great season?
Um, I think I am having a pretty good season, especially from last year. Like we've talked about before, I was on JV, which was a great opportunity for me and everything. But just that jump from playing JV to playing pretty much the whole game was on varsity, it's a big jump, but it's really been great for me, I think.
Are you surprised at your are you surprised with yourself as far as how well you've been playing as in terms of scoring the goals?
Um, I it's I don't know. It's kind of hard to gauge, I guess, because I believe in myself and I know my teammates believe in myself, but some of the things that you do just in the moment kind of surprise you. I think as all athletes would agree with that, but I think I I know I work hard and so yeah, I
I
some of the
think
things that surprise me, but I like to have the support around me from my teammates and I think they believe in me too, which I really appreciate.
I think when I saw you play, you seem to be like you just go play. It doesn't seem to me because I don't know you at all, but you just seem to play freely, right? Like I don't think you put in. Do you put pressure on yourself to play? Do you feel pressure when you go out there and play? Because it doesn't seem to me like you do.
Um, I do put a lot of pressure on myself, which is something I've been trying to work on because I think I put too much pressure. I kind of have a lot riding on it for myself because I feel a lot of responsibility for the team just being on the field with them. Um, but I'm glad that it doesn't look like I put too much pressure on myself.
No, you look like you play just like you go out there and when you get your opportunities, you play. I mean, you're fitting in there. Obviously, this year was, I would think, a little not difficult, but for you, you got Carly. She played varsity last year. Candace is here now, really made an impact coming here. Then on the other side, you got Anae and you got Ari. So you got to Lauren's got to try to find her way. Like, where do I fit in here? What's my part in this? And to me, it's like you fit in. I mean, you basically, when coach sends me the stats, there's a Lauren Holden gold, and I'm like, man, this girl's just, like, she's getting her own. Like, when the opportunities present itself to you, you make the best of it, which tells me like, wow, she just goes out there. She's found her place. The girls know you can score. You know you can score, which I think is great for the Lady Pirates. So just it's great. I think you're having a great season, and I'm looking forward to your growth and what your junior and your senior are going to look like. We're definitely going to be talking about Lauren Holden a lot here on the Pirates Co podcast, just to let you know with Coach. Um, but now let's get your thoughts on the playoffs. How excited were you when you found out? Did you find out like did you have to wait for coach to tell you because you guys knew we beat Kingsville, we're in. So when the final second ticked off the clock, what did you say?
Me personally, I kind of forgot a little bit just for the moment because I was so into the game. But then once I realized after I was going around telling everyone, guys, we're in the playoffs, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, yes, because I'm sure they had already been thinking about it. But yeah, it was really exciting. Very nice time to bond with them. And I thought of last year when we were waiting for the results, and it was good not to have that amount of pressure on it this year. We could control it completely. So that was good.
Absolutely. And you guys, you deserve it. I know you guys have faced some injuries. It also affected you on the captain, and then down the stretch, you guys have lost. Ani's been out for quite some a bit of time. Aries playing injured. I think Candace might have even been playing injured. There has been some injuries to your team. How healthy, Lauren, are you guys going into tomorrow's game against Cal Allen?
Um, I think we're all kind of battered and bruised at this point, just because it's a contact sport, so we all have our little problems. But I think this is the healthiest we've been in a bit because we do have Anai back from her little eye injury, And then we have Ari and Candace back from their sprained ankles. So I'm feeling pretty good. But yeah.
That's good. That's good. I gotta ask both of you this question. You guys went on the road for 8 games straight. Like on that bus, driving up there twice a week, right? Then you got to come back, then you got to go do it again, then come back. So I know you girls were like, man, finally we get a home game. Lauren, what was it like as a player to play 8 straight games? I don't think I've ever seen that ever. A team ever go 8 without, like, I've seen 4-1 and go, but you guys win, I think, 8 straight. What was that like to play 8 straight games? And what kind of an effect, if any, did it have on you personally?
It was a lot to get on the bus twice a week, and especially on Tuesdays, just because we would get back quite late and then have to go to school the next day. But I remember looking at the beginning of the season and seeing all the home games in a row and then all the away games in a row, and it just felt like a big undertaking. But honestly, during the time, like it kind of just went with the flow. It didn't feel like too much, at least for me. It didn't have much of a toll on my daily life, except for waking up the next morning. But I like away games because I think it bonds us a lot on the bus because we get to celebrate after the wins and mourn together after the losses, and hype each other up before the games and stuff. So I enjoy away games, but it was a lot to do it twice a week for 4 weeks straight.
Would you want to do another 8 next year?
No.
Yeah, I think I understand the bonding, but man, I mean, it's like I think mentally it's what's tough, right? It's like, first of all, the bus ride over there can't be that comfortable, right? I mean, if they got you guys charter bus, we're talking a different story, right? But I think mentally is where the challenge is, right? I mean, you guys are going to play your game, cold, warm, whatever. But I think just mentally, just man, fourth, fifth, sixth game, it's starting to maybe wear on us a little bit. I don't know. That's what I think. Kara, what do you think? The 8 games personally for you, what kind of effect, if any, did it have on you?
It definitely was hard to wake up the next morning. I think that's what I struggled with the most. But like Lauren said, I really enjoyed spending time with the team and being able to bond with them. That was like, I think it definitely brought us a lot closer together, like in the end. And I would not prefer to do it again, but I wouldn't complain if we did.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys are back home, and it's great. Man, when I saw the schedule, I was like, whoa, that's going to be tough for the girls. But I thought you guys did very well having to go out there and mentally preparing yourself. Now, I got to ask you this question, and I'll go to you, Kara. So, tomorrow, um, I don't want to say you're playing for nothing because it's Cal Allen, and we want to beat them, right? But win or lose, you're in. So, that game has no effect as far as postseason. So, how are you personally, Kara, taking tomorrow's game? You know you're there. Does it change anything? I mean, how bad do you want to win that game? It's Cal Allen.
I want to win the game more than anything just because I know our team's potential and I know we can do it if we all just put our heads into it together and work together and not against each other, because I do think it's possible. And it is very frustrating to know we do lose to them when it's very easy. Like we could do it easily, but I think we just need to work together and we'll get it done.
Does it change anything knowing that we don't have to win to get to the playoffs? I mean, does that change anything just knowing we can just go play and have fun, right? Because we're in. Now we can just actually go and beat this team. Does that change anything knowing that you're already in? That if you lose, it doesn't really change anything.
Not for me personally. I really believe in our team and I believe that we can win, and I believe that we should go into every game with our heads like completely in and focused, and we should try to win because we know we can. And I think it'll prove to us too that we can do pretty much anything.
Sounds great to me. Lauren, I'd ask you the same thing. Cal Allen, they're coming in. You guys are already in, but your teammates say that I know we can beat them. We got to go play. What are your thoughts on tomorrow night's game?
I think in the beginning of the season, I don't really tie those games. I know I should, but I don't really tie them to how they determine our playoff position, just because it's not foremost on my mind. In the beginning of the season, it feels so far away. Obviously, we want to win those games for playoffs, but it feels like there's less pressure. But this kind of feels like a beginning of the season game just not matter. It's just like less pressure, I think. But still want to win it, still want to try our best and definitely give them a good game and give us a good game.
No, absolutely. It'd be nice to beat them. I know they are a team. I mean, for us, I mean, in this district, it's tough, man. This district is tough. I think it prepares you guys. So in the first round, you're probably, I don't know how this year is going to go. Big, small school. I'll talk to coach about that. But obviously, your first, second rounds, they're probably not going to be any tougher than what you've seen in district. London, Cal Allen, they're going to be something like that. You've already seen them. You played the speed, you played the power, right? So I don't think you guys are going to see a team that's going to shock you from what you guys haven't seen in district, which I think prepares you guys better. And that's why I think last year going in as a fourth place team, you didn't play like a fourth place team, right? You were right there and got another shot at them again. Didn't go our way. So I'm hoping tomorrow will be things will go different. Hopefully we keep it close. And then right there towards the end, man, Lauren or someone scores a goal and we win and everyone jumps up. I hope we have a great crowd tomorrow. The weather should be good. It hasn't been bad. So I'm definitely looking, and we're going to invite all the Pirate fans later on to come on out tomorrow to cheer for you ladies. But again, congratulations. I mean, I know it was a goal of coach and you girls to get back in the postseason. We're able to do that with that win. And good luck tomorrow. Thank you for coming on and spending some time with us here. And like I said, tomorrow, hopefully for me, no injuries. Hopefully everyone comes out safe, healthy, and we're ready to go for the playoffs. Coach, do you know when that first round? Do you know anything about the playoffs? Do you know when that game will take place? Will it take place next week?
Yeah, so the first round has to take place next Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. That's mandated by the UIL. So I always try to get a Thursday game. Yeah, you wake up tired on Friday, but if you get that Thursday game, if somebody were to get injured, you have a little bit more time before that second round. So you have the ability to kind of patch up any bruises and stuff like that. So right now, what we're trying to get locked in, and we're still kind of in the wait, is we're trying to get TM as our site locked in for Thursday at 6. But that's completely up in the air because we have to get the other team to agree on the date. We have to get the other team to agree on the time. We have to get the other team to agree on the site. And so it's just a lot of moving pieces that we have to get orchestrated. But that's what we're gonna propose, and hopefully we get it, because I know the girls want to be under the TM lights, scoring goals and watching the lights dance.
That'd be nice. That'd be real nice. Kara, so first time on here. I want to ask you, I ask all the girls, talk a little bit about your coach. I'm going to ask him also while you're here to say a few words about you. But, Coach Rasbeary's second year here, I think he's done a great job with the program. I mean, last year, to be able, I had some girls last year come on and talk about how they felt, they didn't know how the season was going to go and they didn't know what to expect from coach last year. And, then they said, man, he was great. And I've heard nothing but praise from parents and coaches, players about Coach Rasbeary. But I'd like to get your thoughts. Second year coach, what's he meant to you and how has he helped you develop your game?
He's definitely been like the biggest blessing to our team. Like, I really don't know what we would do without him. We definitely wouldn't be where we are right now without him. And he's done so much for our team, and he's actually done a lot for me personally. Like, I've grown a lot in through my soccer journey. Like, I did start very recently, but he's helped me tremendously, and I can't thank him enough for that.
Yeah, I hear a lot of that. A lot of kids, and I see you girls too. When I've gone to the games, everyone's having fun. There's a lot of smiles. There's no pouting. Even when we're not winning a game, I'm sure you girls kind of get at each other from time to time. That's going to happen because that's just a competitiveness in an athlete, right? That's what we do. But I don't think it goes to a point where it's over and then the next day we're back as a team, right? And I think Coach Rasbeary's done a great job of building a foundation where you girls feel comfortable and being able to speak your mind no matter what. And you guys feel like you can go to your coaches and speak up when there's an issue and it gets resolved. And I think that's the most important thing is to be able to communicate frustration to a coach, and the coach listen. I think that's how you build the team, and that's how the trust is built. So I'm glad that you guys, that first of all, that he was hired on here. I think he's done great, and that you guys are able to connect with your coach. I think it helps you out, and that he's helping you grow. And you got one more year here with us, so we're definitely looking forward to seeing what that senior year is going to look like for you. And coach, I'd ask you now to talk about your junior player here, Carol. What's she's meant to you and this program here.
I will start off by saying I think Kara's the only person who has not made fun of my color blindness on the whole entire team. But no, Kara and Lauren in the midfield are kind of like ducks on the water. Like they have this nice, calm presence. They look extremely calm on the surface, and then underneath, like they're going full speed. I mean, the legs are kicking as fast as they can. And I talked to Kara a little bit during the summer. She came for the soccer practices during the summer, and her development from last year to this year is tremendous. And her and I had that conversation during one of the summer workouts. Kara is extremely physical, and she's smart. I'm not going to try to guess her GPA because I'll probably guess low, and Kara will be offended. But she's very, very smart, and especially on the field. She actually plays a really, really tough position because, yes, she's holding down the midfield. She's working to help with the attack. She's helping defend in the midfield. And then if a defender steps up, Kara is smart enough to drop down and replace. And that's a hard thing to do, especially in that position, because sometimes you get stuck just watching. So you find yourself just kind of watching the game and not realize, oh, crap, like I have to drop and I have to help out. And Kara does an amazing job with it. Not to mention the fact that Kara doesn't back down from anybody. This last game, Kara went 50-50 on a girl, and the ref called a foul, and I really thought that they were calling it on Kara, and I was about to lose it, and they gave it to Kara. They gave a call to Kara, and I think it was because Kara bodied that girl to next year, and the ref felt bad for the little girl, so she wanted to stop the game and give Kara a free kick. But no, Kara is extremely physical, extremely smart, and I'm very glad to have her for 2 more years. And I promise, Kara, I'll say it right now on this, I promise not to move you to defense unless I absolutely have to.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. Ladies, listen, thank you for coming on. And look, I think we're very talented in this program. I feel confident in saying that I think this program is going to continue to reach different heights, right? I think the younger players, I think the foundation last year was built to a point where those seniors said, here you go. And these seniors and the juniors and then in Lauren, you sophomores that are here are continuing to build that. And that's good for these middle school, elementary kids that are coming up. They go to these games and they watch because we want to keep it like that. We want to keep it growing. We want to be competitive. We don't want to be good for 2 years, then be bad for 2 years, and then the third year. We want to be competitive, competing for a district title every year. And I think this program here under the leadership of Coach Rasbeary, I think we can be there every year, and I think we can be in the playoffs. So I'm looking forward to the postseason. That's exciting. I will be there tomorrow to stream the game. You guys, it's going to be on our Pirates Cove, our sports network, our Facebook page. So if you guys can't make the game, and we want everybody out there that can go, but if you can't, definitely support the Lady Pirates through our live stream. It'll be on the Pirates Cove. It'll be on our Facebook page, not our YouTube, but our Facebook page. You can watch it from start to end. Ladies, thank you very much for coming out, spending some time with us here. Kara, you're the older one. You're the junior. Any thoughts, any shout out you want to give before we let you go?
I definitely want to give a shout out to my family. They're always there for me, and I'm very thankful for all of them.
You can't go wrong with saying a shout out to mom and dad and the rest of the family. Lauren, I'll give you the opportunity also. Any shout outs?
Also my family and my teammates and Coach Rasbeary just for all supporting me.
Absolutely, ladies. Thank you very much. Good luck tomorrow. I know, like I said earlier, we were talking about, I know you guys are in, but I know this is a big game for you guys. Cal Allen's going to come in. They're not going to lay down, right? They're going to play tough. They don't want to lose. And we have an opportunity at home tomorrow. They take on the Lady Wildcats. This is a very good team over there. So we invite all of the Pirate fans. It's going to be, I think, nice weather out tomorrow. Please come on out. It's the last game of the regular season, probably the last home game of the season. So definitely come on out. We need everybody out there. We want to be loud. and give our Lady Pirates the opportunity to get the win over a very good Cal Allen team. Girls, thank you very much. Good luck tomorrow. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach, again, I think every girl, every player that we've had here, man, with Ari to Anaí to Carly to Candace to Caitlin to Katie when we've had her on. I mean, you're stacked with great leadership. I mean, I think these ladies represent themselves very well in the program. That's the other thing is that, you know, we talk a lot about what they do on the field, but they're great ladies, great young ladies, well respected. And I think our program, I mean, they represent Rockport-Fulton well. And I think on top of as good as they are, it's nice that you know, the ladies that come out here, because I always enjoy them. They're fun. And when we're kind of writing the description, you know, before we go live, I can hear the conversations you guys are having, and they're just a bunch of laughs, and that's all it's ever been. It seems like with your program is they just feel very comfortable with each other. There's a lot of trust there, and I love to hear that. So I think our program, the soccer program, is definitely going to be good for the foreseeable future. Hopefully, under your leadership for the next couple of years, but. Let's now talk about the games. You know, we talked about the loss. We had some injuries to London. Then we had to come back, and we had two winnable games we knew that we could win. Let's start off with Santa Gertrudis. That was the last game. That was the 8th game that we talked about on the road. Talk a little bit about we got the win. Talk about what you saw from the Lady Pirates in that game. Because I remember you telling me that it could be a little difficult because it wasn't turf, it was grass out there, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's played in their city park, and so last year when we played there, if I remember the story correctly, they painted the field and then realized that the clover patches on the field were a little high, and then they realized if we mow, then we'll cut off all the lines that we just painted. So you know, we didn't really know what to expect going onto that field because of the conditions that we had last year. But it's definitely a difference, you know, playing between grass and playing on turf. You know, we tried to get there a little early so that way the girls can knock the ball around a little bit. And sorry, I had somebody was trying to call me. Let me see if I can figure this back out.
Good.
There you go. But we tried to get there a little early so that way we could knock the ball around and kind of get used to the way our foot slides underneath the turf. It's a huge underneath the grass. It's a huge difference. You know, for those who haven't played soccer, it is a huge difference on how your foot slides underneath the ball on turf compared to grass. It's very smooth on turf. On grass, it's almost like it gets hung up. And so it's like I said, it's a little bit of a learning curve. And so, you know, that was going to take a toll on us. And then also we didn't have Anaí. And so Anaí is like a huge part. She leads our team in assist, and we knew going into the game that we weren't going to have her. Ari was kind of one of those game time decisions whether or not she could go or not. So you're talking about, you know, somebody who has the most assists on our team, and then somebody who is either second or third on our team for goals, and now all of a sudden you're without them. And you're playing on a surface that you're not used to. And so we knew it was going to be a little bit of a challenge. You know, I can't remember what the score was at halftime, but I knew it was something relatively close. And then we came out, you know, guns a-blazing in the second half and managed to score 4 goals. Yet we conceded 1, but the girl had a really well hit shot, and Mercedes, myself, and the official all thought that ball was going to go out. Somehow in the last minute, it curved in. So we ended up winning against them 4-1, but you know, it wasn't the easy cake game that we played against them last year. They have a coach this year that has started the process of turning that program around, and so we knew it was going to be a little bit of struggle with who we were missing, and the fact that team's gotten substantially better over the off season.
So then you get that win, and then we're coming home. And then this is the big one, because if we beat Kingsville, we're in, right? Like you and I spoke and said, look, if we win, we're in. Now, if we don't win, and I think if TM lost, I think we could still get in. But we controlled our own. So we got the win. I believe it was 4-2, and Annie had one goal. Candace had one goal. Lauren Holden had a goal, and Ariana had a goal. A couple of assists. Amari's had an assist. Ariana had the goal and the assist. Carly had an assist as well. So you got 4 goals from the offense. Talk to us a little bit about that Kingsville. I'm sure the girls were happy about being back home. I could just imagine, right? We're playing at home, sweet home. But talk to us a little bit about what you saw going into the game. What kind of vibe were you getting from the girls? I mean, because sometimes they can put pressure on themselves because they know if they win, we're in, and sometimes that could be pressure. What were you seeing from the girls? What was the talk before? What did you see at the start of the game, and then as the game was going, what did you see from them?
Yeah, our practice on Monday, we talked about the various scenarios. I kind of ended practice because I wanted them to kind of go home and think about, you know, what we need to focus on and what could happen. Worst case scenario. I needed them to understand the seriousness of the game on Tuesday, and so we went over the scenarios. It was something like we win, we're in. If we lose and they win, we have to beat Cal Allen. If we lose and they lose, then we're in. Like there was a whole bunch of different little scenarios, and we ended kind of practice with saying, we win on Tuesday. It's in our control. Like there's nothing that anybody can do to take our spot away. So we take care of business on Tuesday, and then everything after that's just icing on the cake. If we beat Cal Allen, then that's added bonus. And so we got them there for senior night, and senior night's always one of those things where it kind of takes you off your rhythm and off your groove, because now you're stopping warm-ups, you're trying to get as much of the warm-ups done as you can, you're stopping, you're celebrating your seniors, and then if there's any time left, then you go back to your warm-ups. And I know you said you went to the one last year. The way I do senior night is it's emotional for a lot of those girls. I know coaches that just kind of like quickly rush them on and then rush them off because they want to get to their warm-ups, whereas I want to take my time because these seniors have dedicated a huge portion of their time, to be a part of the program. So I want to make it as special as possible. So for those who didn't go, we lined the 50-yard line with the JV players and the varsity players. And so those seniors walk down the 50-yard line with their parents, and they're essentially passing everybody they're essentially leaving behind on that team. And so as they see the faces of the freshmen and sophomores and juniors, it really hits close to home, because that's one of the last times they're going to see those kids. And so, it's one of those things where it's a must win for us to secure that playoff spot. We're off our groove. Everything's a little bit of emotions flying. And then all of a sudden we get done and there's no more time to warm up. So now it's, okay, we got to go now. And I remember me saying something to the effect of, let's circle up. We got to talk about our lineup. And one of the girls go, what about warm up? Like, we don't have time for that. So now you have all this stuff combined onto a must win to control our own destiny in playoffs. And so it's one of those things where you're holding on to a rocket that's going 200 miles an hour, and hopefully that you can hold on long enough to have some success in that game. And I will compliment the Kingsville coach. One of the seniors brought up to my attention, we have Katie, who has been showing up to a lot of the games, and she can't play, and so she's kind of been that leader on the sideline. One of the seniors brought it up to me. They're like, well, what if we let her take a penalty kick? And I was like, you know what, that's a great idea. And so I went up to their coach and kind of threw the idea of him, like, hey, what if before the game starts, what if we let her take a penalty kick? It won't count for anything. Are you good with it? And he's like, oh yeah, I'm good with it. And then the officials were good with it. So we got to send Katie off on a very special senior night, and she got to take a penalty kick to start off the game, which was extremely emotional. So now you're adding all this stuff on, and then you have to go play a game. And Kingsville's kind of turned into a rivalry game for us. It gets really chippy really fast, and you get a lot of cheap shots, and if your officials aren't on point, then it can get out of control very quickly. And I won't say that we had the best middle official. I think he had to stop the game a couple of times to get onto our parents, because like you said, if our parents see something they don't like, they're going to let you know real quick. And if you don't have tough skin as an official, this is a very unwelcoming place to come call a game. And I think we kind of our fans and Kingsville's fans kind of rattled that official a little bit. So that game got really chippy really quick. But we were very fortunate. We got the 4-2 win. And the girls knew coming in, we get that win, we're in. And so it was really exciting for them. I kind of messed with them a little bit after the game was over and kind of made it seem like we were going to have to win against Cow Allen to make it in. And as soon as they realized that I was messing with them, it was just constant cheer and celebration because they remember what it was like last year. And I know you and I have talked about it a little bit. Last year was it's something that I never want to feel again. For the girls, it was exciting. For me, it was stressful because, we have senior night. We didn't play very good against London. And now I'm holding my phone in my hand, waiting for that text message from Beeville to figure out if we were in or not, because it came down to the last point with us in TM. And so, I love our seniors to death, but senior night, I think, takes about 5 years off my life every year.
Well, I'm sure it does, Coach, but I think that's you go above and beyond with the Katie thing. I mean, can you imagine what it means to her that you're able to that a head coach is doing this before a game that his team needs to win? That you find time to you've got a lot of things going on in this game, and you've probably got a lot of questions you got to answer. But through it all, I think that's what makes you the coach that you are and how special you are to these kids, because no matter what, you see the importance of what that would mean to her, right? Like, because you can easily forget in the moment of the game, we've got to win. That is the main thing on my mind, making sure everybody said it. Even through all of that, you find time to realize that I want to do this for her. And so for her, it's something that she'll remember for the rest of her life. It was something that meant a lot to her and to her teammates and to our fans. I think that's what uh, makes it special is you're able to, through whatever you have to go through and get ready for a game, you find these little things that somehow would mean the world to these players. And these players then look at you and think, we're special, to him. He cares about what we feel because he goes above and beyond to do that, Coach. And so thank you for what you do for this program here in Rockport and for our athletes. They deserve it. I'm glad they've got a coach out there that makes them feel very special, especially the seniors when they go out. Because I was there last year, and it was a lot more than what I thought. I was like, wow, man, the coach is going all out. The assistant coach, everybody that had a part in it. So that's awesome to see. Coach, now I got to ask you about Cal Allen. You know that you heard the girls. I think you can play. If it were me playing in tomorrow's game, I think I would play. I'd be ready to go because I'm just gonna go play. There's nothing. I'm in, regardless. I'm just gonna go out there and have fun. I think the girls can play better. I think I would because there's no pressure on me. I was just going out there playing my game. What's been the talk? Because I know the girls want to beat Cal Allen. I know Cal Allen knows you guys are in, so they're gonna come in here and they're gonna want to win. What are you looking for tomorrow? What's been the talk yesterday and today after you guys won about preparing for Cal Allen? What are you expecting from the Lady Pirates?
I think for us, it's more about revenge. The last time we played Cal Allen at our home side, it was that third round playoff game. And, it left a kind of a sour taste in our mouths because we knew what we were capable of. And it just didn't fall our way against them the first time. And we're a lot better this year. I think, at least looking at stats, looking at, percentages and our stat report, we're a lot better this year than we were last year, especially at this time. But now we're going to go play Cal Allen, who, for all intents and purposes is down this year. I mean, they're not the same Cal Allen that they've been over the last 3 or 4 years. They played Ingleside and only managed to score 2 goals on Ingleside, where we scored 6. And now that 6, I think 4 or 5 of them were in the last 10, 20 minutes. And so you're talking about a Cal Allen that's going to go against us where, for the most part, we're healthy. We've got everybody back with the exception of Katie. And so, we're coming in with that chip on our shoulder ready to go. And Cal Allen, I think they can just coast through because they've already secured their playoff spot. We're not going to see them in playoffs. And so I think they're going to come in. They're not really going to care. There's no way they can win the district championship. And so I think they're going to coast and they're going to underestimate us. And I think we're going to come in ready to go. And we're going to definitely shock them.
That would be great. And again, for all the Pirate fans, the weather should be good tomorrow. I believe I haven't checked it. I don't check it till I get up in the morning. But I'm expecting that it's been really cool nights, not too cold. So definitely come on out tomorrow. It's the final game of the regular season that's here tomorrow, Coach. That starts at 7:30. Is that correct?
Yeah. We have a JV game at 6 and then a varsity game at 7:30.
So definitely come on out. It's going to be a great game. Let's cheer our Lady Pirates. The more people, the better. The louder we can be. And I'm sure the girls will appreciate it and love the support. So let's come on out tomorrow. Let's cheer our Lady Pirates. It'd be a huge win if we can get that W over Calallen. That's all tomorrow. And again, congratulations, because the girls are in the postseason for the second time again. And we'll see who we play in the first round. Coach, before I let you go, I do got to ask you, for you personally, for Coach Rasbeary, not the team, what does it mean to you to be in the playoffs again for the second time in 2 years?
I talked about it last year a lot. When I came here, I had scrounged up a couple of game films for our girls here, and so I kind of knew the athletes we had, and I knew the pieces that we had, and for some reason, with the pieces just wouldn't line up, and I may have like brought this new like family mentality, but the girls did everything last year. I mean, yeah, I came up with the practice. Yeah, I came up with the family like mentality, but they were the ones, sweating and bleeding on the field. And, then we get to this year and, we've got a lot of those same pieces. And so, it means a lot to me. And I talked to the girls about it last year. It means a lot to me because I was the fourth coach in 4 years. And so those seniors last year had not had consistency. And so for them to come in and accept me as their head coach and just go full speed with me down this journey meant a tremendous amount. And then, you get the girls this year and, they saw the success we had last year. And, you end up with programs sometimes that feel complacent because they're like, okay, well, we did this last year. That means we can do it this year, and so on and so forth. And I was very fortunate that the girls weren't like that this year. They saw the success that they had last year, and they wanted to build on it. The seniors left a good legacy last year for us, and the seniors this year want to do the same thing. And I think we finally have got the program, some consistency and moving in the right direction. And so, it means a whole lot to me for the girls and the community to come in going full speed and support us. And, it just, like I said, I can't express my gratitude enough for the community and these girls, because like I said, it was a journey last year, especially with me coming in and none of them knew anything about me. All they knew is that I had a weird last name and that was about all they knew.
Yeah, they kind of talked a little bit about, they didn't know what to expect, but I think everything's worked out. Obviously, you come in and they bought into what you've told them. I mean, they bought in 100%. You can see it from their play. You can hear it when they come out and talk on the podcast. That's why we have the podcast, so we can share to the community what you're doing to this program to get better every practice, every game, every year. Give the girls an opportunity. That's what the podcast was there for. And I think it's worked out great. And I think that the girls have bought into everything that we're doing here. And I look forward to this program continuing to get better every year with the girls. It seems like we lost some good seniors last year. We're going to lose more this year. But then you look at what's coming up. You look at the growth of, Candace showed up. She'll be here next year. You look at the growth of Lauren, of Carol. You hear where they were at last year and what they're doing this year. I mean, I'm looking at the stats that you send me, right? So you're seeing the growth. So it just continues. Lauren will be here for another 2 years. Carly will be here another 2 years. Candace another year. Kara another year. You're already losing seniors, 3 seniors that have been with you for 4 years. That's a loss. Yet what we've got coming back seems like we're going to be right back where we're at now. We could be competing for a district title again and another deep playoff run. That's the exciting part of what I see when I talk about this team. Yeah, we're losing seniors, 4-year seniors. That's a loss. But what you got coming back seems like we could possibly be even better next year, believe it or not, from where we are this year. That's the scary part. But you're doing a great job, Coach. Thank you for all that you do for this program. You definitely have a lot of passion for soccer and a lot of love you can see for Rockport-Fulton. So we're really blessed to have you here heading our our soccer program, excuse me. So I'll give you the final word. Anything you want to add before we let you go?
Yeah, like I said, every week I appreciate giving the girls an opportunity. You get some of these girls who talk constantly at practice, and then you get them in front of the camera and they get a little camera shy. But I love the fact that we get them in this opportunity, and it almost comes across like a one-on-one conversation, and it gives these girls an avenue to kind of express themselves and talk about the program and their teammates, and that's something you don't get a whole lot of unless you're playing professionally. You don't get the spotlight where you can kind of air your feelings. So I appreciate what you've done for us. We've also we're gonna try to get some playoff shirts made up, so that way the community can buy our playoff shirts. I think it'd mean a lot for the girls to have the ability to turn around and look in the stands and see the community showcasing those playoff shirts. So as soon as we get them designed, we'll get the information out to you. We'll get the information out through all our social media posts. But like I said, I appreciate you giving the girls and the program and I an opportunity to showcase our program.
Oh no, Coach, I'm glad to do it. I mean, it's a lot of fun for me. And all we're doing basically is what they do on the professional level. We're just doing it at the high school level, and I think the girls love it. I know when I was in school, if I could do this, boy, I ate it up. I mean, we had the newspaper come out one time and took a picture of us. We kind of cut the clipping of the paper and put it up on a wall. That's all we could do, right? One time was enough. This with the social media today, man, it really gives us an opportunity if you use it the positive way, right? If you use it for something good, you give these kids an opportunity, and a lot of them love it. They get to come out, and you can stream their games. By the way, we'll be out there tomorrow. Like I said, if you can't make it out there, definitely support the Lady Pirates through our Pirates Coast Sports Network. Our Facebook page will be on Facebook tomorrow. So definitely, I'll come on about 10 minutes before, so you could definitely support the team through the live stream if you cannot make it out. But Coach, I appreciate it. I appreciate you committing to come here. The coaches here in Rockport, I haven't had one coach tell me no. From basketball to volleyball to Coach Souza, to Coach Silva, to the guys. I mean, it's been great. And this is something that the coaches have a long day. The last thing Coach wants to do is come out every Thursday at 8 o'clock and talk for an hour with me, but he does it. So I appreciate your time and your commitment to come out here, talk about your program and your players, Coach. Thank you very much. Good luck tomorrow, and I'll see you out there. I'll be out there streaming the game.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.